Later this year, I'm going to be introducing a new service for all my awesome pedal maker friends and anyone who builds electronics and wants to scale up a little bit from hand soldering to something more awesome. Anyone who doesn't want to have to farm out to China with all the unreliability, the delays, the issues of IP, who wants to keep it here in the UK, accessible, someone you can speak to, very fast turnaround, very high quality. And this is a plan I've had for a long time, but I thought it was going to be years ahead. But because of all the problems and complexities of the Grand Classic pedal, it's pushed me years forward. I've had to shrink component dies, I've had to change how I do everything. And off the back of that, I've invested a shocking amount of money in cool equipment to do this because I don't want to farm abroad. I want to keep it here. And I want to make those services available to all of you. So I'm going to show you one of the pieces of equipment I've got here now and introduce that and, talk a little about the first part of this process. So this is a reflow oven. This was the first piece of equipment I got. Look at the size of this monster. And what this does is you get your circuit boards with all your tiny surface mount components on top, and you have a pick and place machine, put them there. And yes, I've got a pick and place machine on the way. And I've got a, solder paste screen printing machine on the way. So I'll be able to take your boards and parts, place them all on the board, and we put them on this conveyor. Oh, I have to pull it out a bit. It's tucked away because I'm going to have to get more space for this. And inside this conveyor is an amazing set of heating systems. And if we lift these up, you'll see under here all these heating elements. See, it's a bit used, but it's still good. And what we do is we set the travel speed, we program it with temperature curves, and we basically cook your solder boards. So they go through this and they come out the end perfectly soldered with the exact correct temperatures to ensure great adhesion. I've got loads of other cool tools that go off the back of this. This little box here doesn't look like much, but in here are thermal probes, a data logging system. What we do is we attach the probes to the components, we pass one through as a test run, and we log the temperature curves, and we get everything's perfect to get perfect soldering every time. And that's how we'll be able to do surface mount top parts for ourselves and also for other people, because I don't need a machine that big. I don't make enough pedals to justify that. But wouldn't it be great if there was a service I could just say, hey, here's a person who'll do a few boards, 1 board, 10 board, 100 boards a month, whatever it is you're doing, without having to sign to thousands of boards or have ridiculous setup fees. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Other cool equipment is coming. I'll show you more in other videos. It's going to come under my limited company name, this. I'm going to keep it a little bit separate, which is SM Robotics Ltd. So you're going to see that name pop up a few more times. Audiostorm will be the in-house pedals we make. SM Robotics Ltd. is going to provide assembly services. And you don't have to have the whole thing. You can just have the stages you need to keep it in the price bracket you want, so you can free up your time for designing and doing cool stuff instead of wasting time putting tiny little chips on boards. We'll do that for you. Killer quality and prices. That's the plan. Cool. See you guys soon.